Welcome back to Hashtag Woke. My name is Charl and this is the show on I Am Youth Movement's YouTube page in which we address woke things and the way that Christians should react to it. And one of the things that I want to address today is the fact that we will soon start receiving vaccinations for COVID-19. And as the president addressed last night, he said that it'll be completely our choice whether we want to receive the vaccination or not. No one can force you, and the vaccination will not take place in some other dark, stingy, dodgy corner. It will be in a public environment and in a publicly declared medical safety facility. Why do I want to address this? Because I've seen that there's certain individuals, certain Christians that believe that this vaccine is actually the mark of the beast that we read about in the book of Revelations. We believe that there might be a possibility that they will inject us with a microchip to monitor our every movement, or that we will believe that the moment that they do give you the inoculation, that you would start actually being a mindless drone and they will have complete control over you. Now that's what we tend to think, and we see in Revelation that the mark of the beast can also mean that you will only be able to trade and have business with regards to having the mark of the beast on your forehead and on your left arm, if I'm not mistaken. One thing that I do need to address is the fact that that is not at all what the COVID vaccine does. The COVID vaccine is medically declared to be healthy. I've had a recent discussion with a pharmacist that did his study on this vaccine, and he said many people have problems with it because they say that it's been developed so fast. And I think the reason that it's been developed so fast is because we've seen the terrible effect that COVID-19 had not only on South Africa, but entire world was affected by it. Businesses were affected by it. The total economy of the world's been affected by it. So a lot of people took all their time and strength to develop a vaccine against COVID-19. One of the things that we also do need to understand is the name COVID-19 actually means coronavirus, and I think the D is definition 19, meaning it's the year that it was developed or discovered was the year 2019. But there has been more than one other coronaviruses. I don't know if you would remember the SARS virus that was scary a couple of years ago. That's also part of the coronavirus family. In other words, the pharmacists and scientists and everyone that developed this vaccine had background information where to work from and just actually witnessed and researched what's the differences between that SARS virus or that coronavirus and the one that we are currently facing, in order for them to develop a vaccine. Now, the fact that it's also been worldwide, the epidemic has been worldwide, most people would have pushed for all this development and the testing to be done, or to rather be prioritized, in order for it to be declared safe, so that we can start developing this vaccine on a larger scale and start giving it to people, so that it can be administered and that we can stop this virus. The specific pharmacist that I spoke to was very excited about it, because he said what will happen, of course, is that we will start developing something that they call herd immunity. You would have heard that President Charl Ramaphosa addressed the same thing last night. Herd immunity, meaning that if the most people are actually able to be immune against this virus, the virus might die off by itself, because we won't be able to give it any place to live and function and reproduce. So the virus will die. It sort of started happening with polio, and we see a lot of other viruses that did the exact same thing. It dies off. There's some of it in some or other scientific research lab that's on very quarantine, and it's been kept there so that we can identify it. But it's been done and dusted. The Bible nowhere makes clear references with regards to vaccinations or inoculations, for that matter. It's something that's been debated a lot beneath Christians and stuff, between Christians rather, that should we receive vaccines? Should we be inoculated? And I want to suggest something to you in this video that I think that might change your way of thinking about it. The virus does not necessarily, or the Bible rather, does not necessarily say anything pertaining to inoculations, to vaccines. But it is very clear on the teaching of the value of life, and the fact that we as Christians, we as believers, should try our utmost best to preserve life. We should not take life. That's one of the 10 commandments. Not only is the commandment not for us to kill, but the adverse effect for that is that we should preserve life. Life is precious to God. We see in the book of Ezekiel that no one dies and God finds benefit from it. God wants people to serve Him and die within a relationship with Him. So myself, Charl the Toy, I firmly believe that the moment that the vaccine is readily available, I would like to get the vaccine because I feel that it's my Christian responsibility. And I must be honest, this is my opinion, not the opinion of I Am Youth Movement, neither the opinion of Radio Pulpit, but my personal opinion that I feel that we should take the vaccine in order for us to assist this country of ours to reach herd immunity so that we can stop the spread of coronavirus. Not only the effect of the illness will then be stopped, but there will be a space for our economy to find its feet again, lay a proper foundation, and build itself up again. We as the church got a unique responsibility in this, in that we can use this opportunity to say that, you know what, the vaccine might preserve life. The vaccine might assist you not to get coronavirus. But we as the church, we've got the message that will give you not only life for the next 20, 30 or 40 decades, but life eternally. We should use this opportunity and seize this opportunity to preserve life by the means of a vaccine, but also remind the world of the fact that within Christ there is not only life, but life eternally. From myself, Charl the Toy, have a blessed week. Looking forward to spend a couple of minutes again with you next week.